we wanted to talk about what happens if, kasi one of the struggles now is meeting someone, trying to get into a relationship during the pandemic. Now you're not meeting anyone. But how is it to be in a relationship, enter a pandemic, and be single bigla? And like,
Yeah.
how do you feel? How's it been?
I mean, I think I think a lot of relationships actually parang got, wrecked with a T
Tested, no?
during the
got
pandemic,
tested.
diba?
Okay.
Maraming nag-break during the pandemic. Marami ding naging sila during the pandemic. But I think in my experience, obviously at the onset naman, with every breakup, it's devastating, right? Because it's a breakup. And even if let's say it's a mutual breakup, or you guys are like super duper okay, which we are, at the onset, of course, it's devastating. Like there's no other word to describe it. No matter how the breakup went, even if let's say it was the best situation, or the best case scenario na parang sobrang okay kayo, which we are, even if that's the case, it's still a breakup. So it's still devastating. There's that initial hurt talaga. And I don't know, I think it differs with people naman, like how quickly they get over things. But in my case, it was pretty quick, because I don't know. But okay, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just explaining like how I felt in quickly, like after the breakup. So after the breakup, it hurt, it was devastating, but I was more anxious about the fact that, oh my God, I'm single in a pandemic. I was only just like thinking about that for maybe like 2 to 3 days, and really just kind of grieving over it. And then after that, parang medyo mind over matter na lang talaga. You really have to convince yourself that you gotta do something about it.
Parang what are the things that you are missing right now because it's a pandemic in a post-breakup situation?
I
Aside
think
from going
honestly,
out.
obviously it's like going out. It's going out every day and meeting people. Because obviously if there wasn't a pandemic, I'd be totally out every day, meeting the most random people, going out at night, stuff like that. And the thing is, like, people have these dating apps. But the thing is, it was fun at the beginning, because like, yeah, sure, you talk to a lot of people there, but then parang I barely check it now, like months after. Kasi parang nakakatamad. Kasi puro small talk lang dun. Gets? Parang that's all you can get. Well, that's most of the conversations that you can get from there, because there are a lot of people there. So parang it's all small talk. And it's like, it's tiring. Because like, what's the point? I'm gonna fucking introduce myself again. Whatever. Alam mo yun, nakakatamad talaga.
Pero what would
For
be
me,
different ba? Kung wari, if you go to a bar, hindi ba small talk lang din naman yun?
Hindi, pero at
Yeah,
least
but-
nakikita mo yung tao.
At saka at least it's like friends of friends.
And parang may nakikita kang bago. Kasi
Yes,
right now, tama ba Candy? Parang naman, kasi this is so interesting to me. Like, hindi ko naabutan yung dating app eh. For me, like, that would have been so cool. Like,
You would never have been there, Jim, because you can't even text a girl.
No, I mean, I would have. Parang kumbaga, it's so interesting kasi before, kung ano, let's say ako, when I break up with someone, I have to rely on sino yung kakilala mo. May kakilala ka ba? Alam mo yun?
Like a thirsty, desperate guy.
Oh,
like
ganun eh. So,
may kilala ba kayo?
So it's really fascinating to me, like this whole concept. And so
It actually is very amazing
question,
to have
Kelly,
that tool.
may mga nakilala kang na parang like-minded na parang hindi naman
yeah.
monkey face.
Actually,
Monkey face
I've met
emoji.
like maybe
Monkey
one
face emoji.
or two. Alam mo yun?
To clarify, Jim wasn't saying na monkey
Yeah,
face
not monkey
yung
face. I mean monkey emoji.
monkey
Yung-
emoji. Yun yung yung do not hear no evil, speak
Hear
no
no
evil.
evil. Yeah.
That monkey emoji, it just, for me, that represents kasi
Please fest.
libog fest.
So therefore, mas masaya pa rin ang sliding into DMs. Yung landian doon.
Hindi masaya, but it makes more of an impact.
Mas kilig.
Obviously.
May parang...
Mas may impact.
In,
Char.
in fact, mas may
Yeah,
in
because
fact.
it's like it's more personalized.
Mm-mm.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's funny to say that in 2021, but parang sliding into somebody's DMs means that you looked for them, or parang may ganong sense as opposed to like going through the app with the intent of seeing random chicks
Yeah.
and then checking if they're hot enough for you to swipe right on. Gets. So if you slide into somebody's DMs, there's more intent to it, and
Yeah,
thus
gets.
it's more quote unquote value.
I
to
get
it.
that. Well, I have a question. What is the smoothest opening line someone sent you?
I don't remember. I don't
Wala,
think
walang
anybody's
smooth.
been.
Puro ano
yeah.
lang? Puro hi, ganon.
Monkey face.
Oh, I mean, wala eh. Ay,
Pasend ng bikini photo.
no, what the fuck? No.
Beke naman.
Beken
Beke
naman.
Beke naman. Hindi, pero parang wala akong, nothing really stood out or so far na parang like smooth. Yeah, wala.
Yung question ko, before, what I would do is, like, I know this girl or I saw her at a party once, probably never remembered me, get her number, and I text.
Yeah.
But I completely don't remember. As in, I have zero memory of what I would say, how would I do it. Ganun pa rin sa Instagram, no? So technically, let's say, there's someone na gig network, na nakita ka sa gig or whatever, like 3 years ago, and then randomly DMs you. That's
Yeah.
happens, right?
Yeah, it still happens.
So what
And
what do they say?
Hey, I heard you're single. Just kidding. No. I'm kidding.
You mean like new people, Jim? Like
Yeah,
people she hasn't met before?
Both ano, kung ano, let's say hi, I'm Candy, blah blah blah, bang. Tapos 5 years ago. And then, hey, you remember me? I saw you in Sagiho 5 years ago, or may ganun ba?
Okay. The thing with that, it's very uncommon that they would slide into your DMs with just like with an intro.
Yeah.
I think it's more common to reply to your Instagram stories.
Yes.
That's
Yun yung ano,
I think
way
yun yung
in.
nangyayari ngayon. Kasi
Ang
parang
dali.
Ang dali.
yeah, so sobrang dali talaga
dali.
na parang like even just an emoji or sorry, not an emoji but a reaction to your story. That's already the first step.
Yeah.
That's kind of like sliding into your DMs
Yeah.
already.
Oh.
It is.
Kasi yun eh. And then you just it's just up to you if you want to have a conversation, and you can either react back to their reaction, or you can just say like haha. I don't
Okay.
know.
If you react back to their reaction, is that like stopping it?
No, not really, but it's more of like the ball is on their court. If you want
Yeah.
to talk to me, you talk to me.
For the sake of our pod kids who may be going through the same thing,
Yeah.
do you have any tips or some advice on what they can do to cope with suddenly becoming single in a pandemic?
I do have tips.
Perfect.
Because like I was telling you guys about this earlier. Na parang obviously when you go through a breakup, it's always gonna hurt. Like it's always gonna hurt. And I think what I did this time really, really helped me. I really approached it like straight on. I really prepared myself for the grieving process. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go through the grieving process because that's what I didn't do before. So I'm like, this time I'm gonna go through it. But when I get over it, it's complete. Like I really do get over it. Gets? So just go through the grieving process, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. Just go through the motions. But when you're done crying, and you just kind of like, alam mo yun, maisip mo lang onte na parang nakakatamad umiyak or like whatever. That's a huge sign already for you to stop. And like, then you can focus your attention on something else. Na parang, baka kasi ma-OA naman yung you're going through the grieving process tapos isang taon na iyak ka pa rin ng iyak. You know what I mean? Kasi parang, sabi ko ni Candy, go through the grieving process and it doesn't matter how long. So, baka naman ganun yung mangyari, di ba? So, if you think you're doing it too much na, then yes, you can totally stop. Or if you get tired of crying, just stop and focus your attention on something else. It's very important that you surround yourself with your friends and your family, and you really share it with people. You share the grief too. Like you have somebody to talk to. It doesn't just have to be your friends. It could be your family too if you're close with them. But basta you have to talk to somebody about it, even on a day-to-day basis. Na parang like even updating them how you feel on the day. Na parang ganon. Kasi that's what I did also, diba? With like Sab and Jim, I would do that even to my family. I'd be like, they'd ask me too, like, how are you? I'm like, okay, I'm okay, churva, just kwento na. Get it? It's really therapeutic. And it's the first time I've actually gone through something like that, I really embraced the grief and the process. And I would say I'm so happy that I did it.
Actually,
So
Candy,
that's-
sorry.
Yeah, go
Yung
ahead.
ginawa mo naman yun is the complete, parang kumbaga, yung isang kailangan mo rin ingatan is the exact opposite of that. Kasi sinasabi mo, ingatan yung pag-grieve masyado. Pero also, I think, ingatan mo yung trying to move on right away. Na
Yeah.
parang, na I think what happened to you last time. Diba?
Yeah.
Parang you were like, parang
Running away
parang
from the
hindi mo
grief,
iniyakan.
no?
Parang you
Yeah.
just like, I need to focus on something now.
Yeah.
I need to do something now and forget it. And I'm
Not
okay.
not
I have to be
wanting
okay.
to
I
feel
have to be
it
okay.
kasi siguro. Yeah.
Anyway,
Exactly.
continue.
That's why I'm saying you have to embrace the grief and the process. And that's why I'm saying like I'm so happy that I did
Yeah.
it this time, because I came out of it like super like fuck astig. Alam mo yun? Parang,
Yeah.
oh my god, ang galing nito. This is
Yeah.
amazing. So yeah, it feels really good to have gone through that process and really just genuinely say that you're okay after that. Kasi that's what I wasn't able to do before. So if you're a pod kid who just went through a breakup, that's my advice. Embrace the process, embrace the grief. Don't rush the grief.
Yeah.
Parang alam mo yun, yung tipong like, hindi, kailangan strong ako, ganyan.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's totally okay. And like your friends are not going to judge you. Your family is not going to judge you. Or the people who love you won't judge you.
Yes.
If they really love you, obviously. So
I agree.
it's fine. It's okay to be vulnerable.